Okay.
We are using technology to deliver access to digital financial services differently and supporting businesses to fight poverty, fight unemployment, and fight exclusion from financial services. There is a quiet movement that is bringing together human beings from all walks of life. A movement that has captured the hearts of many individuals, communities, governments, and businesses. The movement is connecting humanity from cities around the world like Kingston in Jamaica, and cities from within continental Africa like Harare in Zimbabwe, Johannesburg in South Africa, and Kampala in Uganda. It is rapidly sweeping through whole countries like Uganda, Nigeria, and Jamaica. It is driven by individuals like you and I who want to reach and change millions of lives in our time, even those in the most remotely located areas. So that together we can reach millions and fight poverty, unemployment, and unequal access. We are okay. I mean, that introductory video says it all. Welcome. I'd like to welcome everybody to this session. The introductory video says it all. We are focused and we are gathered to address two problems that have plagued our generation and our people for many, many, many generations, in fact. One is access, and two, we're working on making sure that everybody has access to a single instrument of exchanging value in real time, no matter where they are, for individuals, businesses, governments, using a common instrument that will not fluctuate in value or lose its purchasing power like we have become accustomed to. And that's why we are gathered, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why we would continue to gather to pursue this noble cause that we expect over time will touch the lives of millions of people and reach every household in our time, so that we can see change unfold in front of our own eyes while we are here, while we have the opportunity to make the difference. Okay, because there is a limited time for that. In life, you are born, you live, and during that time when you live, you can impact the lives of others, and then you die. So we are talking about change that is here and now. We are talking about making a difference here and now. We are talking about the kind of difference that we will see unfold in front of our own eyes, touching and transforming millions of lives. And this is already happening. As you can see from that video, it is a movement like no other, that is born out of collaboration at the very highest level. So on that note, I'm going to touch on the app very quickly, which is the key point of access. And I'm going to share my screen and just go through it very quickly. I believe I still have it. Just bear with me. Gotham B, is that okay?
That's okay. That's okay.
All right. Struggling. Okay, I might have to fiddle a little bit. to find the tab where this app is running. I'm so sorry. Let's try that. And I'm going to minimize this. Nope, it's not the one. And even that is not the one. Android, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Sorry for the slow start. Okay, so for those who have the app already, you can simply just launch it like you would launch any other app. I don't, okay, there it is. I have it installed. So Swiften, you just open it and it takes you to the all-important menu where you can access your account, you can access Connect, you can access Transact. Okay, if for any reason you don't have the app, don't worry. As you can see, I'm running from the app. It doesn't have the URL bar on the top. We are using a new technology called PWA, which is Progressive Web Apps. And so the web application has its own app that you can install in any smart device. So I've opened it using the app, and as you can see, I'm logged in. The all-important menu in terms of access is this 3 horizontal bars on the top right, which is here next to your profile picture if you have one. You click on that and it reveals your Connect menu. And then to access anything to do with Connect, you need to click on this arrow pointing downwards next to Connect. And so you can create your Connect account if you don't already have one. You can log into Connect. If you are not already logged in, I'm already logged in. You can post and share content. You can shop and you can pay or transfer tokens to one another within the community, to other community members. Okay. And then you have now, even though the Connect menu here looks limited, you realize that there is actually a lot you can do within Connect. So if you want to see the extended menu within Connect, you click on your profile picture, and that will reveal another drop-down menu or arrow that is pointing downwards next to the logout button, which is this power button here. And then when you click on that arrow, it reveals another menu, which is very specific to Connect. So you can look at your stream. As we've said before, your stream actually is part of your profile page, your public profile page. And we expect that over time, this page will be a revenue earner for many community members, or for every community member, in fact. So stay tuned on that. There will be a lot of opportunity coming your way and into the community for every community member to actually participate in earning revenue from their stream. It really would depend on you and what you do and what you post. And as I've said before, if you are a doctor and you have some insights that can be of help to people that need medical assistance. We're not saying that this is a place where you give medical help, but there are some articles you can write that can actually, people can read and they can benefit from it, and it can have a very important impact on their health. If you know how to cook a particular dish, you can share that with the community. If you know about some great schools where parents can send their kids, why not talk about that so that members of the community can benefit? And of course, the list goes on and on and on. And I'm not going to go through that exhaustive list given any time. Okay, so you'd have your followers, you have your friends, people who are asking about friends. I think we were going to talk about groups during one session, and we couldn't. So if you click on the groups section here, it actually gives you the opportunity to look at the groups that you are part of, or to actually create other groups. And so those groups can be community-based interest groups, or groups that are focused on particular business areas, or just fun and so forth. So that's how you access that, through that little menu next to your profile picture. Of course, if you've been doing shopping online in the community, there is the orders. You can track them here. You can look at the cart. You can look at your audios and your videos and other preferences and so forth. If you want to log out, you can also click the log out button. So that's the additional extended menu on Connect. That's why this menu here looks a little bit limited in itself. But the next one is account. This is the place where your Lumi is held. There was a little bit of a delayed start there in getting into groups. So, but when you get into groups, you can click this button here to create a group, and you can do much more. Perhaps if there is somebody in the audience who has already created a group and wants to talk about it, they can talk about it. I recall we were going to talk about groups, but during that particular session, we didn't go into any detail. So you have account, your account holds your Lumi, and also it is the engine, okay? I mean, it was built to be very robust. It is the engine that is responsible for distributing commissions and everything else. That all sits in account. That will always remain as far as your Lumi is concerned. And it is also the place where Lumi is actually minted or created and then distributed to various account holders within Connect. So if you want to be able to receive any distributions directly, you must have an account, Connect your Swiffen account. Okay, if you don't have one and you want to create it, head over to this menu item here on that account, click create. And remember, when we say Connect, we mean Swiffen Connect. When we say account, we mean Swiffen account. When we say transact, we mean Swiffen transact. And these are accessible independently from the areas where you can access them. But Connect is really the meeting point where everything is made easily accessible. Okay, so the difference between create a Swiffen account to register a member is that if you are already a member and you are logged in, then you can click that button to register somebody else who would then be under you as a member. You can help support them when they need help. So for those members of the community that are really spearheading the effort in making sure that this reaches every household all over the surface of the earth, that is the place where you need to go when you are busy helping and assisting other people to make sure that they can get access to that all-important Swiffen ID, which is a 16-digit number. Okay, that's where you get it from. All right. Now, once you have your access to Connect and you have your Swiffen ID, then you can always move on to Transact. Transact is the most innovative tool we've introduced so far for the Lumi, because the Transact enables you to use your Lumi with complete local currency experience. It's very fascinating. We're very excited about this, about Transact and and the opportunities that it presents for members of the community to now very confidently transact and trade with each other in a way that has never, ever been possible before, in a way that delivers access to everybody. Okay, and if you want to go and read a little bit more about Transact, you can head over to transact.swiffen.com. There is a bit more information there that you can check. But straight to the point, once you have your Transact account, you can transfer some of your Lumi. We are now working the process. The engine is now in place to actually process that backlog of transfers very quickly for those who made requests to transfer their Lumi into Transact. You can expect that those would now be processed much quicker. And every day we meet, I think we're going to try and make sure that those that are in the meeting that have made that request, we can get the team working in the background to make sure that that is processed before they leave these daily sessions. Okay, so very quickly, as it is we do with tradition, I'm going to go to log into Transact, and I'm going to log into my Transact account, and we will give a few Lumi to some of the people in the audience. I believe I'm going to try, but I have been told by the developers that the request payment is now working. So perhaps we could try that. Let me see. Just bear with me. Brother B, is that okay?
Yeah, while you are at it, good evening again to everyone. I would just like to say that for anyone who has made a request to transfer from account to Transact, please put your Swiffen ID in the chat. We will be looking at those as the meeting goes on.
Okay.
Put your Swift ID in the chat.
I'm going to go to, let me see if I can just access it directly from here. So if you ever got stuck while you are in Connect and you think you're not accessing the pages that you need very quickly, just head over straight to transact.swiffen.com. It's a little bit more complicated to use it directly from there, but it's also quite good. So you could do, you go into your login screen and you can log in. So I'm just going to click my username and password that I've already saved, and there I am. I'm already in. Okay. Now that I'm in, I'm logged in. If I want to access the easy menus, which you access from Connect, then you can actually head back to Connect if you want. And it's much easier to access precisely the page that you want from there without worrying. So I'm going to head over to Connect. These are just some tips. If that loads, it might be a bit slow. Okay. In the interest of time, I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to stick with this. So to send a payment, I'm going to head over to a transfer and then click on send money. It reveals that page very quickly. And if I may, as it is customary, let me take one or two transact account numbers, starting with PE. Now, while you give your transact numbers, we are introducing a group of participants within the community, which are going to be transact traders, okay? So those transact traders accounts will start with TA. So when you see an account that starts with TA, know that that is an approved transact, an approved trader account within the ecosystem. And these are accounts where the account holders are sufficiently trained to assist other community members to execute certain types of transactions, i.e. maybe complete transfers and others. So keep an eye out for that. When you see an account number that's TA, that's a trader account. Okay, so let me take the traditional account number starting with PE right now, just so I can show a quick transaction.
PE.
Yes.
22.
Pardon? 22.
22.
Yes.
18.
16.
18. 188.
Okay, 18.
36. 36.
Yes, I've got it. Just watch the screen. Yes. 36.
Okay. 89.
89.
22.
22.
62.
62.
3.
3. Okay. Once you enter the number, you must remember to click on account name. Otherwise, it might look like nothing is happening. Click on account name to reveal the name. Now, in this particular case, I have clicked and the name is not coming up. What that tells me immediately is that that account number is not correct. So can you check that account number, please?
Okay, PE 22 22
Yes.
18
Yes.
18 36.
Do you have 18 twice? Do you have 18 twice or once?
Only one.
Okay, okay, then please carry on. 36.
38.
Oh, 3638. I missed out the 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 92.
Okay. And now I click on the name and the name should come up. Femi.
Yes.
That's correct. So please always check the account number. If you click and nothing happens, then the account number is wrong. Okay. You cannot enter the name. You have to enter the account number. And then I'm going to send 5 Muni and I press send. That's it. Done. I'll take one more in the interest of demonstration. This time, okay.
22 152 307 635 172.
Okay, got that. Click on that, and it is Audrey Hope Grant.
Right, correct.
Okay, 5 Muni. send. You see how quick it is, very efficient. Now, that transaction was done in Lumi. If I was in Jamaica and I wanted to send it in Jamaican dollar equivalent, I would just click JMD, which is for Jamaican dollars. I'll look for Jamaican dollars. You can also search, of course, but let me see. That's Jamaican dollars. I select that. And now, if I want to send a payment to Audrey for 1,000 Jamaican dollars, I believe I must have saved her details before. I'll just go on saved accounts and I just look for Audrey, and that's it. That's a number, and I put 1,000 Jamaican dollars and I send. That's it, done. It's very quick. Now, we have tried before on 2 occasions, and I recall we failed because there was a technical issue. Now, I believe that technical issue has been fixed, but I haven't tested it myself personally, but I'm going to take a chance, okay? And that is to request. Why might you want to request? If you go to a restaurant, you've had your meal, the waitress or the waiter might then say, okay, it's time to pay your bill, and they will just send you a request that you then need to approve for the amount that you have to pay. So I'm staying on Jamaican dollars, and I'm going to send a request to anybody in the audience for 500 Jamaican dollars. Let's assume that I've had my meal and it's 500 Jamaican dollars. So what you do is you go to send money. You click on send request. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but it appears that there is nothing to do there. That's because this is something we probably have to check out. But if you turn your phone on landscape, then it reveals the add request, and I can now add a request. Unfortunately, that button doesn't show if it's on portrait, okay? But you don't have that problem if you are accessing from Connect, because on Connect, you just do send request and it takes you straight to this page, okay? So let me send a request. Can I have a volunteer, please, from the audience?
PE.
Let me put it on record. The person who successfully submits the request and pays, I will pay back 5 times the amount, okay? So PE.
22
22
03
03
23
23
17
17
70
70
66
66
23.
23. At this point, always remember you have to click on the name. Oops, yep, it's Maurice.
Yeah.
Now, Maurice, I'm going to request 500 Jamaican dollars from you, okay? I'm saying 500 because remember, I have selected Jamaican dollars on the top as my working currency here. So the amount I'm requesting is in Lumi, but the equivalent of 500 Jamaican dollars. And I'm going to submit. Now, that's gone to you. For you to see it, you need to do the following. You need to go into your app and then click on that menu, click on request money, and then click on receive request, okay? You need to click on receive request. When you click on receive request, it will be displayed here. And all you have to do is you would have to click on send in order to authorize it. So that's where you look for it. Now, in order for me to be able to share this on the screen so everybody can see, I am going to display my number and get at least 1 or 2 people to send me a request, okay? Do it as quickly as you can. So I go to home page and that's my number there, okay? I'm gonna put it on landscape so it's all displayed like that. Oh, it's still showing, okay, that's it. Okay, that's the number on the screen.
Okay. 2207.
So just try and send a request to that number. When you send a request to that number, I will approve it. Don't send more than 5. Don't send a request for more than 5 Lumi. I have to say that. And let me change my screen, this time to African Kingdoms Lumi. so that you can see the balance there in Lumi. There's 104 Lumi in that account.
Right.
Has anybody succeeded in sending?
279. That's 070.
63, 59, 34, 89.
And 2 at the end. There is a 2 at the end. Don't forget. Okay. And then you put the amount and submit. No more than 5 Lumi. And when you're sending, make sure you have selected Lumi on the top, African Kingdoms Lumi, so that it's actually in Lumi. Otherwise, it'll be in the currency equivalent amount that you select. So to see the request come in, I'm going to now go to request money. I go to receive request. Okay. When I go to receive request, I will see if any request has come in. It would appear none has come in yet. So it looks like people are still having challenges.
I've seen my one, Dr. Lumi. I mean, Dr. Linus.
Okay. Perfect. I can see now there are 2 that are here. Let me see that. Yeah. So that's the first one that has come in. There's one from Femi for 5 Lumi. Femi sent 2. Let me refresh again and see how many are there. I will approve all of them. Don't worry. Request, receive request. So you go to receive request and you can see the request. In order to approve this request, it is so easy you cannot imagine it. All you have to do is press the send button once. That's all you have to do. And the payment will go straight through. It says proceed, just as a warning. Yes, proceed. So that's done. Okay. Is successfully money sent. Okay. And then the next one is, this was also from Femi. So again, to approve it, you just click send and then click on proceed and it's done. Femi, are you able to confirm whether you've received it?
Let me confirm it, sir.
Yes, please check. Okay. So now let me go to.
Solano, we need your address.
Pardon?
We need your account number.
No, the requests. You need my account number to verify?
No, to send the request.
No, that's now closed. We're working on time. I'm not going to accept any more requests. This is just for education, so people understand how to do this. Yeah. So the request that I sent out, was it approved?
Yes, sir. I can see it, sir.
Send request. Okay, the one that I sent to Tembo is still pending. Tembo, you have not approved it yet because it still says pending. Can you see that on my screen? If you don't want to pay it, you can just ignore it. If you want to approve it, you need to do it exactly as I did. You need to go into receive request, and then you need to click send and proceed. Okay, so the one to Tembo is still showing as pending. But we're not going to spend time there and look at this. But Tembo, can you see that request? Did you receive it?
Yes, I can see it, but then I'm trying to log in to transact because I was not there because I'm using one handset. I mean, one device.
Okay, don't worry. That's absolutely fine. Not to worry.
Yeah.
You can don't go through all that trouble. That's fine.
Sure.
What B, I think I can stop here, right?
Point of interest.
Unless
Hello?
people have any, yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
This is
I'll stop here.
All right. We are going to take questions. We're going to take questions after this phase. Just bear with us. Hello. Can you hear me, Dr. Linus?
Yes, let me stop sharing my screen.
Okay. So the next thing we are going to talk about is about the activations with GoToBank. I am, for those who are just joining today, I'm just going to give a quick review. I'm going to share my screen and I would show the flyer and we'll just talk through it quickly. I'm just going to my screen right now. The window. Okay. I need to share my screen. What's the share? Share screen. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, you can see both, right? Can you see both screens, Doc?
I can
Dr.
see,
Linus?
the screens. Yes, I can see both screens.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the flyer that we have put together. Today, we just, it's not just today. It's come to, it became even more apparent today and probably a few days over the last few days that a lot of people, when they get a flyer like this, they really don't have the time to just read and understand it and get to know exactly what it's about. The first thing I want to highlight is this on the flyer. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Can anyone who can see my cursor moving, can anyone just,
Yes, we
read
can.
what this is?
Yes, for members.
Yes,
Can
we
someone
can.
just read
For
someone just read
members
this?
resident
In the
for
US.
members resident in the USA.
Okay. So just checking on the database, we realize that there are people who do not live in the USA who have gone and registered. It counts as a zero registration because that account cannot be approved. The Visa card cannot be sent to you in, wherever you are, and all of that, because that program has not yet been extended to those of us who are not in the US. So it's always necessary that when you receive a flyer like this, just take a look and just get to understand anything you don't understand, bring it to the meeting and let's discuss it. The second thing I want to talk about is the fact that the benefits of this program, yesterday someone even asked in the meeting, how are they going to get the $50? The $50 goes to the member who has opened their own GoTo account through Connect, and they take their referral link from GoToBank and send to someone else, and that person registers. The $50 goes to that member. The commissions that those of us who are out of the US would benefit from are going to be commissions on all the activities on the accounts that you have opened. Yeah. So I hope that is clear for everyone. I hope there's no misunderstanding or anything of the sort. On the benefits, we can see here that there's quite a few benefits that are listed here and much more. The key one is that you'll get a Visa card. You'll be able to get $200 overdraft as a member who lives in the US. if once you have your account, you send the referral link to someone else, that person is going to get $50. In fact, we were just discussing, Dr. Linus and I, before we got onto the meeting. And if you are in a household of 5 people and you open your account and send the referral link to the next person within the same household, and the other person opens the account and sends it to the next person, each and every one of you would end up with $50. That would be $250 for that household. And if you spread that beyond your household and get much more people involved in the program, they also will be making $50 as they go along. Yeah. So the steps that have been outlined are very simple. So the first 2 steps are for people who are not members of this community. But if you are a member of this community and you have your SWIFT ID already, then step 3 is where you would focus on. You just need to click the link. The same link is visible as soon as you get on to connect. Sorry, let me go back to home. As soon as you get on to connect, the same link is available here. All you need to do is click here and enter your details with your SWIFT ID and start the registration process. But for someone who is not a member of our community who wants to benefit from the program, they would have to start by registering on Connect, and then they get a SWIFT ID before they go in to register for the GoToBank program. So I think on that note, I'm going to end this one here. And I don't know if there are some people who are posted their SWIFT IDs for the transfers. We're looking at that. I've already dealt with one from Maurice, and I can see there are a few other numbers there. So for those who are, the leaders who are in the meeting who can also take a look at this, there's from Samuel, there's from Olaogun, and Jerry, Adeoye. I think those are the 4 that are here. I'm sure we can deal with those before we leave the meeting. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is related to the KYC. We have also said that we are giving priority to people who are doing transactions, people who are transferring from account to transact, for their KYC to be dealt with quickly. All the other KYCs, we would start dealing with them, but there really is no point. We have to focus on the people who are busy with transactions, because even if your account is verified and you don't have any Lumi in there, it will still not make any difference. So the suggestion is, if you want to get your KYC verified as well, go onto account and make a request for transfer. On that note of transfer, I would also want to inform you that the limit for transfer is 25 Lumi. If it's below 25 Lumi, we will not transfer it from account. The reason is that we need to also see what the levels of the transfers look like from account into transact. So your minimum transfer that you'll be able to do is no longer 10 Lumi, it's going to be 25 Lumi. Okay, because we've seen people posting 3, 4, 10 Lumi transfers. So just break them into 2, or just do 1 transfer rather than putting 5 or 6 transactions of 10 Lumi. Okay.
And on that point, Brother Mbi, it's important to emphasize that There is no upper limit. If you have a lot of Lumi there is no need to go and try and do it in small transactions of 10. It just increases the number of transactions in the queue. So you can do it in one sweep if you want, because there is no limit on how much you can transfer into transactions.
Exactly. So that is those are just some of the points that I wanted us to look at and to discuss as we go into the questions. For the time being, I will go on to the questions. We have a few hands that are up. I saw Farouk Bailey, your hand was up quite quickly. Please, you have the floor.
I was just gonna ask because I used to have my account in the first place. When it was upgraded, it worked. But when the last upgrading came, I punched in the necessary, and when I punched in the 8468122722922382 with the 44CC, it shows me invalid, and it throws me out of the account.
Okay, so you are unable to access. Is that so?
That's correct.
So just one moment, so that let's just run a quick exercise here. So have you been able to access the account already or not?
Not yet. I'm still struggling.
Okay. Give me your Swift and ID. Just you can post it on chat, so that's easy. I'll just copy it from there. Post your Swift and ID on chat. I'll pick it up from there. So while we are waiting, and your issue is that you are not able to access, right? Are you there, Farouk? Your mic is off.
Yes, I'm not able to access. Yes.
Okay, please post your Swift and ID on the chat. Let's just see if you know what the issue is. The email address you used to open that account, you have access to it now?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll see if you have used 44CC already and you've created an account and you've renewed your password, then what we'll do is that we'll send you a new reactivation. We'll reactivate your password so that you can go in and reset. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
yes.
First thing, let's see whether it is the case. The way your name is not coming up here, it makes, just take a look and see whether this number is correct. Let's see, it looks like it's more than 16. It's 16. But your name should be coming up there. Is your name Farouk?
Yes, FAROUK.
On the account?
Yeah.
Farouk Bailey. Am I right? Is it double L?
No, it's one L, BAILEY.
Yeah, I've got that. Sorry, I'm spelling with, but it's just that in the system it doesn't make a difference. But let me just for form. Okay. I still don't see your account here. Normally,
Yeah, because what happened there in the first place, when I started it, and when it went for upgrading twice already, and it appeared again in my account. But when the last time when they did the final upgrading, then it threw me out. It don't want to go in.
All right.
Check
So-
to see if that account is on the pending list.
Yeah.
You can just check.
So that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. Maybe just check that, Dr. Linus. While we go to the others.
Brother B, since you have the Swift ID there, oh no, I can copy it. Since you already have it, maybe you can check quickly.
Just copy on the, okay, that's fine. The thing is, I want you to just check on the pending while we deal with the other questions, because we're running out of time now.
Okay, that's fine. Let me do that.
Yeah. Adekunle, you are the next.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my dear brother.
Yes, sir. My own is not a question. I only want to comment on that minimum transfer. You know,
Okay.
me, I've transferred more than 3 weeks, and what is there is 20. So it's now up to 25.
No, so
So
what you have already transferred is going to be transferred. Anyone who is doing a transfer, I think from yesterday, needs to do a minimum of 25. So it doesn't affect anyone who had done before. Those transfers, we are dealing with them now.
Okay. Then the second one, the second name that I posted, Ade Oya Yobami, I requested for 2 transfers. The first one was a mistake. I did a mistake in the switching ID. Then when I was told that when they check this, it's going to be bounced back, they will reject it. Yeah, I now request for another one, which is the correct one. So the 2 is pending now. Both the wrong one.
No, that's gonna. So we'll see it. Don't worry. We'll see it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see it. Okay. The next person is Judah. You have the floor.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jude.
My issue is that I have registered 2 people to get Swift ID, and it is now over 2 weeks. I'm not getting the Swift ID in their email. That is my issue.
They are not getting the Swift ID in their email.
Yes.
Okay. Are they using that email right now? Are you sure they can access that email?
Yes, I'm the one that created it for them.
You are the one who created the email address for them.
Yes, and they have sent the verification link inside the email, say I should click on this. So as I click on it, there's nothing happen more.
Oh, no. So then what you do, copy that link, put it on your browser and click on it. So what you do is go onto that email, copy the link, put it on your browser here and click, and it's going to open up the ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Yes. So that's what you should do. The next person is Tatenda.
No, it's Shady Johnson. Shady Johnson.
It's Sherry Johnson, sorry. Sherry Johnson, not Tatenda. Tatenda, you are next.
Ms. Zambi and Dr. Linus, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
A long time no see, my dear.
Very good.
Welcome. How's everything before I can get to my question?
No, we are okay. We are okay.
Okay, I can hear from your voice that you're okay. I'm okay too. I still on my issue. One thing I discovered that I got a lot of complaints from my people. Some of them I even did it myself. When we put 44CC and then create me another password for them. Yeah, password. After sometimes, if they log in, they will say it's incorrect password. And one thing that both of those passwords, I written them down in my books. So I don't really know what is happening until I am told if you try it once, it didn't go through, don't try it again. So them that don't understand, they'll just go in the they have blocked their line. Then this last one I want to ask is, I think if you have received password reset and you reset your password, you can be able to use that password to open your Swafi correct account, isn't it?
Ah,
No. So, so what you need to do, I think in the last meeting where you were here, we
Mhm.
said bring 2 or 3 of those accounts so that we can look at it.
I float
If I
those things now.
remember,
We don't see. I float them.
did
I
you
float
put
them that
but
day
we
now.
dealt with the ones, yes, you brought the ones you brought, we dealt with. But it wasn't about it wasn't about this thing. It wasn't about passwords, the ones you brought the last time.
And
The
those ones that
element
we
of
could not be.
password was the last part.
Okay. See, what is that? Actually, I'm working hard representing people this way in this area of the part of the world. I'm also happy what people are doing. I follow up, but even if I'm not in the meeting, I will log into the YouTube and also see it to enable me meet up to them. But the area that I have issues that even until now, my coordinator could not be able to accept this. The one I told you that they said he has already been registered. No way, I could not do anything. I tried it,
So
it didn't work out.
so I asked you a question that day. Is it connect or account?
We are transferring resistant to connect.
So he's struggling to access connect and not account, right?
Yeah. So when we want to check now, yeah. So they say they
so the
have been
question
registered.
is, no. So do you know how to reset a password on Connect?
Yes.
Have you reset the password?
I reset the password. See, it didn't open that account.
When you reset the password, you got the email.
Yes, they sent me the email and I did this thing what they asked me to do. I activated it and follow everything.
Do you have the email open right now? Do you have the email with you right now?
The email with me right now.
Yes.
My password is in the church, but I have the email which I can call it for you to check.
It's not to check, because what we need to do is to do a reactivation. You go in now, check it, and try to access, and let's see if you can access or not.
That simply means if such thing is being done, to go when you come from the church, but it's in the church now, which is phone.
Okay. What we can do, I think, have you ever raised a ticket on this issue?
I think I raised a ticket on my on my Transact account.
No, raise a ticket. You can't raise a ticket on your Transact. You have to do it on Connect. Go on to Connect, raise a ticket, put the details of the account. So the person's
I will
name,
do that.
email address,
I will do that.
Email address, and all of that.
Yes.
We'll check on the system, pick up the account, send the reset password email again. You guys will pick it up from your email and reset it, and then let's look at it when we meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. I will do that before tomorrow's meeting.
Okay.
I'm grateful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I could not find Farouk's account.
Yeah. I thought as much, because while I was talking as well, I just dumped it in the system and checked. I'm not sure what that means. Even his Swift ID, I also ran it on the other this thing on a deep search, but I didn't see it. So we probably need Farouk. Do you have access to Connect?
I can go on Connect, but then it shows me something else. Can you hear me?
So Connect is a central access point. The question is whether you can access it. Because
I can't access.
Have you ever registered on Connect?
Yes, I didn't register. I registered on the first Swiften, and then it got upgraded to the second Swiften, and now the third one, when it got upgraded, when I want to go back in again, and it didn't want to allow me, it shows invalid.
So I think your issue is a much more complicated issue. First, because we cannot trace your account anywhere in the system. So, Dr. Linus, what do you suggest?
is to go to connect and post a ticket, and then perhaps it can be investigated further.
Yeah, so I don't think, just from listening to him, I don't think he actually has an account even on Connect. So Farouk, the suggestion is that go on to Connect and open a Connect account. It's very simple. It will take you 2 minutes and you are done.
So I must go to Connect account.
Connect.swiffen.com. Let me show you. This is it. Just go here.
Okay.
Go here.
Sir, if I may ask, I was registered since last year.
Yes.
This is actually my second year. But what I can't fathom is, it went into the other Swiffen accounts while it was upgrading. But why not in
so
the
let me
last?
tell you something. Just on that, let me tell you something. Everyone who registered from last year, your account is traceable on the system now. So that's why we are saying create a ticket so that we can do a deep search. We can check again further, because it's actually surprising that we can't see your account. Everyone who opened an account from last year, we can trace their account. So that's why we're saying open that ticket. That ticket, you just need to tell us in the meeting, your account was not traceable. This is your name. This is the Swiffen ID you got. Then we would use that to search. So when we come to the next meeting, we would have searched, and then we are able to give you a response from there.
Okay, so I must go into create a ticket.
Yes, you need to create a ticket so that, all of us would look at it with all the, we have a number of people also on there. We'll put our heads together and kind of find out what the issue is and come back to you.
Okay, I'm in there, create a ticket list, and then what must I go further on?
And are you able to create a ticket?
It says here ticket list.
Ticket list. No, so I wish I could see your screen. So let me show you where you go. Are you in Connect?
Yes, sir.
If you are in Connect,
where it says ticket list, there are 3 bars on the right-hand corner of the screen, almost opposite where it says ticket list. Click on the 3 horizontal bars, and then it will open up a menu which says new ticket. Click on it and then post a ticket.
Dr. Linus, I think what we can do is perhaps get his either his mobile WhatsApp number or email, and then send him instructions that way.
I think that's
all right. That's a good idea. Please, Sister Lumba, just engage with him on the chat so that we can deal with him. We can engage with him offline as well, and then we'll go like really deep and check why we can't find anything from him. Okay, Farouk, please just watch the chat. Sister Lumba is going to send you a message now directly, and then you can exchange the details. We'll take it into the support group, and we'll look at it from there.
Okay, will do.
Okay. We have Tatenda. Please, you have the floor. You are the last person. We have actually gone way over our time today.
Right. My question is, I assisted some people in registering for Swiffen accounts, but those people never received email address, their emails to validate their accounts. But when I checked under members assigned to their Swiffen IDs were already created, and yet they never got a letter from Swiffen to reset their password.
So they didn't, when you create a new account, there's no need to reset a password. The password that you use to create the account, that's what you would use to access. So all they need to do is put in their SWIFT ID and put in the password they use to create the account, and then they can go in. So there's no need for them to reset. If they have their password, they have their SWIFT ID.
But there is that email that comes when you register on that form.
When did you do the registration?
It should be 3 weeks ago, I think.
No, because 3 weeks ago, we didn't have an issue with the email. It was probably a month ago when we had an issue, a blacklist issue, where somebody tried to hack the emails and stuff like that, and we dealt with it. But after that, everyone else has received, you should be able to receive the email. There shouldn't be any reason why not.
Yeah,
what you can do.
Can I come in, Brother B?
Yes.
Did Brother Tatenda understand the process that he has to undertake to get in? Because you remember, you got to click on the link twice.
Okay.
Was he doing that?
All right. Yeah.
Because it's only after you've clicked on it twice that it would send you, advise you that it's sending an email. Which email comes with the SWIFT ID and the temporal login?
Oh, so my question, I think I asked you wrongly. That link was never sent to that particular email addresses.
Okay, in that case, it would still be on the pending list, and we can resend that activation message. If it was never sent, then it can be resent. And if you know the SWIFT ID, you can provide that now, and we can generate a resend.
Yeah, maybe what I can do is I will join the meeting for tomorrow. Then I will post the SWIFT IDs for those people on the chat.
That will be good.
Yeah.
That will be good.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can I just check with the support team members on the call who have access to execute the transfers, whether they've addressed all the links, all the requests that have been posted on the chat.
Yeah, before we leave.
Before we leave, yeah.
I think there were 4 or so. There were 4.
Have those been processed? I think it's slightly difficult to actually trace all of them because people are putting their SWIFT IDs, but not specifying whether it's for a transfer.
No, I think they put their ID. Everyone who has put their IDs mainly for transfer because that's what we said.
Right.
Yeah. So there are 4. I can see the 4. I have them in front of me. So even as the meeting is ending, we're going to deal with these ones right now. I think we should bring this meeting to a close while we deal with these ones.
Very good.
And yeah. So from all the leaders in the house, is there anything that we've left out for this evening? Is there something you want to raise?
Hello. I came in a bit late, but I don't know whether I addressed. We have realized that many people, and those that are on the platform here, obviously they are leaders in their own respects, and they've got a lot of work that they're doing in the communities. We have realized that many people are not understanding what is Connect Profile Link and where do they get it, because many of the requests, the KYCs that are being submitted, you find the link that is people are just picking anything and writing there, and at times you just see a string of numbers. So and what is on the SWIFT account and what is on the KYC will be a total mismatch, and in certain instances the one on the KYC works and the one on the SWIFT is different, and it won't work. So what we are proposing and suggesting that we also make sure that all our people are on Connect. But some of them, I don't think they're on Connect because they're just picking anything that they deem is a link, or just adding numbers to the RLU. I've seen that quite a number of times. So if people can adhere to that, make sure that people are properly on Connect, so that they don't, and they understand how to get the profile link, which is easy if they click on their profile picture. They might not have the picture, but the avatar, it will give them an URL address where they can pick up a copy the link and paste it.
Exactly. Okay, so that is a very important point. Tomorrow again, I'm making a note. Tomorrow we are going to show everybody again how to copy your profile link. That is actually very important. Connect. I just want to make a note of it. Connect profile link. Okay. All right. Dr. Linus?
Yes.
I think we are at the end. So I'm just going to say to everyone, thank you so much for joining, and we look forward to having you tomorrow. For those who have friends and family in the US, please pick up the flyer from Connect and share. One of the things that we did not show you, which I don't know whether everybody knows that, is that when you can share from Connect to every other social media platform. You can send it to WhatsApp, you can share onto WhatsApp, you can share into Facebook, you can share, Telegram, and you have it. You name it, you can share everywhere. So you can pick up the flyer from, I think, Dr. Linus, what we need to do is maybe paste the flyer as a notice as well under the link.
Okay.
Yes, because people yesterday were saying, they can't find it on Connect.
Okay, very good.
So you go on, once the flyer is pasted as a notice, you just go there, share, and then you can send to your friends and family who are in the US. Okay? So that's it for me, Dr. Linus.
Thank you very much. As always, it's a great collaborative effort. We've embarked on an initiative that is bound to affect millions of households and impact positively millions of lives in our time. And it is done on a collaboration that we have never seen before. I can only congratulate each and every one of us and all the community members who are working very hard in their respective areas to keep this movement going, to press ahead. Change is here and now. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. See you again tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone, and thank you.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Night, team, everybody.
Good night to you all.